Welcome back to the channel. My name is James, and today we're continuing with our Coaching Uncut series. This new series, 10 Essentials for Selling Big. Today we're covering number 5 and number 6. You can see on the screen over here, we're talking about responsibility, not the most glamorous topics to discuss, but what you need to consider when thinking about these characteristics or these, attitudes that we have to have in sales. We want to earn reputation because reputation attracts more revenue. Now, a lot of people will say, well, if I just push harder, I'll gain more revenue and reputation may not matter as much. Not so. I don't know about you, but I never really enjoyed the cold calling experience. Although, even more and more people are trying to avoid it. They're trying to, and really what that is they just don't like hearing no. But you know what? The reality is in sales, you got to just buck up and understand that it's not about you. But a lot of people in sales feel that if I get rejected, you're rejecting me as a person. That is so far from reality, so far from the truth, unless you've done something or said something to earn that rejection. So today I'm talking about responsibility, and it's defined as the state or fact of being responsible, answerable, or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management. One of the primary goals for a successful selling practice is the ability to manage expectations. In order to manage expectations, there has to be a sense of care and responsibility over the actions and the results of the transaction, of the interaction. So that means that we have to get out of our own selfish little bubble and understand that in the moment when a product or a solution service is being offered and a invitation being made, that it's not about us. It's about actually stewarding a good experience for the sake of someone else's benefit. That's what it's all about. So, what if I choose to be responsible? What if I choose to be selfish? What if I choose to have very low, self-awareness, or my field of view? I just don't understand what's going on around me because it's all about me. What if I choose to be irresponsible? Well, what the end result is that you'll know pretty quick how many no's you're getting in a row. Not knowing why, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, oh, maybe it's because of my attitudes, my actions, my words. It does irreparable harm to your reputation. And trust me, when people have a bad experience, it gets imprinted upon them. And I don't know if you know this, but I have found, even in my own life, that it's easy for me to think of 5 bad things before I can think of 2 good things. Like it's less work mentally, it seems. So people are going to remember the experience they had with you, and they will tell their friends. So it causes this. Why I say it's irreparable harm is because you don't have a chance to justify your attitudes and actions after the fact. You are not going to be given a second chance in many people's minds. You don't even have the opportunity to go out and fix it, in many cases. So, and then what happens is that harm not only affects you, but it affects the people that work with you. I've often kind of drew this analogy that a car sales guy will come in, he'll blow in, blow up, and blow away again, and all the good he's done, that's great, but all the bad he's done lingers, where the actual company he's working with or she's working with, they got to deal with all the flack or the blowback of their attitudes and actions while they were on the field, and so they've got to push that much harder to get their good brand, their good name out there after the fact that this person came in and just blew their reputation out of the water. So other people are going to be, they'll suffer from our own selfish stupidity if we decide to be irresponsible. So let's move on. That's not really a glamorous topic, but it's no less important. Number 6 today, we're talking about product knowledge. Well, what is it defined as? It's product knowledge. Know it. understand it, know how it applies. I have a whole section in my sales workshop that talks about the power of product knowledge. It's understanding how to utilize product knowledge for the sake of building agreement to get to that final positive outcome, right? So what I'm really trying to challenge here is, please don't ask us to buy something that you don't fully understand or appreciate or even believe in. If you don't use it, why should we? I knew a guy who was a fairly high level in a multi-level marketing product line, and it went like a wildfire in the city where I live. Everybody I knew in the small business networks, they were, oh yeah, this is great, this is great. And in all the budding little entrepreneur, solopreneur kind of people trying to get into self-employment, they would grab onto this. And then one day he said, yeah, I'm getting out. And I said, why are you getting out? I said, you brought so many people into this, and so there's so much enthusiasm for this product. He says, well, sometimes you got to know when to get out. I went, oh. So then any interest I would have had in that product, looking at all the evidence around me that people really enjoyed it, it did good things, that guy right there just basically tanked any interest I would have had. So why should I believe it if you don't? Oh, I see. Okay. So then that puts the reputation of the product and all the goodwill of the people, that puts it all in jeopardy in the minds of a prospective client, right? So what's the answer? Well, put your money where your mouth is. If it's really that good, then is it worth committing to? Is it worth getting out there? There are many products that people I've run into that had many really innovative products, and they were more concerned with manipulating the market than they were of getting the product out there to sell to the public. It's such a sad attitude to have. So maybe I'm being oversimplified in this, but I only have like 2-3 minutes, if that, for people to glance at these posts. A lot of these issues, I understand, they're much deeper than what I can put out there on these videos. But that is, again, a personal conversation between you and I, should you decide to give us a shout. So thank you for your time today. We appreciate it. And please like and subscribe the channel, as it really helps us out. And I will be talking about a sales course at the end of this series that, if you're interested, we have actually adapted it to be online, and it can be small group or it can be one-to-one. Thanks for your time today. Take care.